Okay guys, so welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a full face of a brand that I love their eyeshadows of, but they just come out with a couple of complexion products, and I'm trying some new items, but some old items that I love, but I've run out of, so I kind of want to see if the formula has been the same since I've switched over to some other brands. And that brand is Pat McGrath Labs. So I have a couple of items here that are new for me to try at least, but a couple of them that are old but I've already tried and I loved. So I have her setting powders or compacted powders. Let me see what they said. Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Setting Powder or Under Eye Powder. I have that in deep and medium. The reason I have two different ones is because I'm going to use this to kind of set my whole face. I know it says under eye only, but since this is a tinted, kind of a tinted powder, I want to see what coverage it has and if it has a good coverage, and if not, then it'll be fine. This is I'm going to try to make this a contour for me because I want a really natural and light contour. So to see if it works. And then I have her concealer. So I've heard nothing but good things about this. Now I don't know if this is going to be the right shade for me because I bought it off of Sephora and I didn't know whether this would work or not. So I'm hoping that it will. And then I have her Lip Fetish Lip Balm. So it's just a clear lip balm. And it doesn't have any scent, so I'm kind of maybe not weirded out by that, but a little bit weary of it because, you know, how Jeffree Star always does like his test on stuff. But I'm going to do that. But I'll get into it and won't be talking through it again. I'll just be speeding through it. And at the end, I'll kind of do like a conclusion of whether I like the products or if I don't, and you'll know when I'm done with it. Okay, so this is the completed look. I really like the deep shade of this for contour because it looks really bronzed and nice. One thing I will say though is that the lighter one is a little bit not enough coverage. Obviously, it's a setting powder for your under eye. I get that. It's not going to give me enough. But paired nicely with a powder foundation, like I normally use my MAC one, that works perfectly. I only need to use my MAC one like right here, anywhere I didn't put the other powder. And my skin looks really great. I'm absolutely in love with the way that this looks. These two are a definite yes. This one by itself is a no. The reason being is because it just doesn't provide enough coverage. But again, I know what I was getting into when it's not technically a powder foundation. It's just a setting powder for your under eye. I get that, but paired with, see how smooth my under eye looks. That's without any highlighting powder, anything. It looks just like my skin. Absolutely great. I put a little bit here. My skin feels really good, and there's no powderiness on it. Up here looks really good. Again, I would say yes on these. Honestly, these are really good. Especially if you're just gonna use them just for your under eye, like they're meant to be used. Yes. Now for all over, I think that's great. Now I think my problem might have been the brush that I used. This is a little bit too fluffy. I think it needs to be more of a denser brush in order to use it as like an actual powder foundation, because it did have some tint to it where it did cover a little bit. So I think if I were to use a more dense brush, I think I would have a better payoff with it. That's just me. But I think for the price that you pay for it, it is $32 a piece, so it was fairly expensive for all of this. For all of it was probably roughly about $140 for all of this. But that was before I used a discount and all of that, and I only paid, I think, $32 for it, which is a price of one, which I actually think is the price of the concealer. So I basically got the two powders for free and the lip gloss for free and a bunch of other stuff. So I would say powders are a definite yes. The lip balm is a definite yes. I like how it has like a light bit of glitter in it. Not sure whether it's actual glitter or not, but it has a really nice natural sheen to it. And I think this is probably one of my favorite lip balms. Again, it's expensive, but my lips feel really good. They're not dry, like any dry patches of skin that I had on before, because I didn't have any lip balm on before this at all, like any at all. And my lips were really dry and crusted and busted and not so cool. But this lip balm, I would say, is a definite yes. As a makeup routine, this is definitely going to be a new one. In the concealer, if the foundation is anything like the concealer, I will have my new favorite thing. I will tell you that right now. I will have my favorite foundation routine out of every bit that I have, because this meshed so well with my skin. I absolutely love this. I feel like this just meshed so well that I could barely tell that I had any on. Now, mind you, with my red cheeks and everything else, when I didn't have my powder, this just looks like my natural skin, what it would normally look like if I didn't have hyperpigmentation and all this other redness that's going on in my skin. Now, this is something that I would feel comfortable walking outside with, just out of the blue, like everything. Yes, I love this. I didn't use a normal primer, so I think the next two items that I'm going to get are possibly the foundation and her Sublime Primer, just so I can see how it works. And the only reason I say that is because if the concealer works this good, I want to see how the foundation and primer work, because I love the powders, I love everything, and I don't even think I'm going to use the big powder. I'm just going to use the smaller one like this, because I feel like it would work better for what I'm using it for. I like that it has a little bit of a tint. Yes, I know it doesn't probably match my skin as best, but it will once I do everything else. But the primer or moisturizer that I used was one of the free gifts that I got with my purchase, which was the Sol de Janeiro, the Coco Cabana cream. It's the like turquoise one. I got this one too. It's for your body. It was a birthday gift, because yeah, I guess if you guys didn't know, my birthday was May 3rd, but I got this little box from Sephora, and I got these two inside the little box. And I used this as a facial moisturizer before as like a primer, and I like this, the way this looks, but like I said, I would definitely recommend literally every bit of product that I used here today. The other product that I used was her mascara. If you've been following me for a little while now, you know that this has been one of my favorite mascaras, other than Roller Lash from Benefit, but this is honestly probably hands down my favorite one, because my lashes, how they are right now, are without them being curled, any primer or anything, and I don't like a really big natural voluminous lash. Now, it's nice to have it, yes, but I think just to add a little bit of color to kind of take the focus away from anything else that might be on my face or whatever else, I think for the price that you pay for this, it is $29, so it is along the same lines of like Lancome's Monsieur Big and stuff like that, and I've tried that one too, and I don't like it as much as this, and I don't really like it, period, to be honest. But the brush or the wand looks kind of like this. So you see that it's just straight across, there's no curves in it or anything. It really just coats your lashes really well. It's hands down probably my favorite one. The highlighter that I used, on the other hand, was this one here. I've had this for a little while now. I might need to get rid of it because it might be a little bit old. But it is the Nude Skin Finish Highlighter Balm Duo. This is the balm side. I think it's just to kind of provide a sticky base for the highlighter to stick to. But the highlighter that I used was this one here. So if you see that, how it's a nice champagne color, it's really natural. It's a little more of a skin type or skin toned highlighter, and I like that. But if it's blended out, you see it kind of just looks like it naturally should be there. It does have like a little bit of a goldish tint to it, but I like the way that this looks. But yeah, this is the completed look. So this will be up tomorrow, which will be Monday. I'm filming it ahead of time so I can edit it and just have it scheduled to upload, so I can kind of relax tomorrow because I have Tuesday off, but I have school, so still have to do school. Sadly, but also not sadly at the same time, because I'm still having a good time doing schoolwork. But yeah, so this is the completed look. Hopefully you guys like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.